Hi there, Daniel Wagner here from YourInternetBuddies.com, and I'm here with Mark Vernam today, and there's two reasons why I'm here with Mark. One is because we just had a whole day of strategy meeting, and two, I managed to convince him, I don't know quite how, that he shall speak and train my Platinum Group on the 14th of October. So first of all, welcome Mark.
Hi, welcome.
Should we shake hands?
Yeah, oh, go on.
Okay, yeah.
I only do it to people I know, but that's...
Yeah, that's the European way. I'm still stuck in it. I know about Mark for a few years. I know Mark personally for just 6 months now. And James, my business partner, we have recently worked very closely with Mark and used his system. And the word system has been used, it's overused in our industry, like a one plug and play, the business in a box. But we experimented and worked very hard with this. And I have to say, this is the closest I've ever seen to a business in a box. So, you want to say a bit about how it came that you developed it, Mark?
Yeah, I won't give you the long story, but essentially I went out there and my story was like most people, been on the internet for a number of years, not really making any money, made a lot of money actually with AdSense and done very well, and anyone that knows AdSense knows that, like most things, it was great and then it dipped away. So I then started looking and thinking, I want something that's going to be around for a long time and not something that's going to disappear, and how can we use the internet? But more importantly, I didn't want to be the business. That's the big thing, because if you start creating a web business and do everything that people tell you to do, like write articles or do traffic or anything, you immediately find you create a new job for yourself. So I didn't want to create another job for myself. I wanted to create a system, but not one that was all a bit here and a script here and somebody else's tool here and all very messy. I wanted to be able to have it that it was all in one place. And the system really was designed for me to get free traffic. So to use the search engines to push traffic to any site in any niche, really without me doing any work, so I can actually outsource the whole thing to someone with, very importantly, not limited intelligence, that's the wrong word to use, but limited knowledge, that didn't have to go to every single internet marketing seminar, didn't have to buy every single product, but that could use the system. A bit like McDonald's principle, no matter wherever you go in the world, no matter how bad it is, it's always a cheeseburger, it's still pretty much the same.
So if you bought a McDonald's franchise, you would know you can make money because there are principles they use again and again.
That's it. What you want is something that you get the same result pretty much every single time. It may vary slightly, but at least you're always going to get the same result. My result was that I wanted to get as much free traffic as I could, but have it that you didn't need to know everything and anything to get going.
I mean, guys, we always go on about these moving parts, and for most people they never succeed online because there are too many moving parts. And I personally have been working 3 years now in the online industry, and only since I started treating it like a real business did I get proper results. I use Mark's system myself. We actually bought the system and we're using it, and it does generate free traffic. What excites me about it and why I want to share it with you, Mark is not the traditional internet marketer who sells stuff from the stage. He actually developed a system to run his own business. So it came out of his own business need. He built quite a few websites. How many have you got up and running now? Listen out for this. How many?
Well, up to last month was 6,000. We're up to about nearly 7,000 now. So we build about 1,000 sites a month.
Now, you can't build 1,000 sites a month unless you've got a very streamlined system. But the question would be, okay, 1,000 sites a month, what the hell, why?
Yeah, why?
Why do we want 7,000 sites?
Well, again, purely if you look at it from just a monetary point of view, which is what most people want to know, is like, how much money do you make? It's all very well, you do all this stuff, but how much money do you make? That's a question I always get asked. I'm in the property niche in particular, and we make about $5 per site per day.
Wait a minute, let me run it. So you've got 7,000 sites and you make $5 per site per day.
On average.
So okay.
Now, obviously, if you're in different niches, that's going to go up or down depending on what niche you're in. But on average, you're going to make about $1 per day per site. That's sort of short term, and we discussed this a lot today about short term and long term. The big long term effect is obviously you're getting traffic to a site. Now, obviously, if you actually then grab the data from that site, get people to sign up for a special report or anything like that, then you building a list. So from that, then, we're actually building big lists as well. So we're building, not only getting free traffic and making money, but also building a list which, again, if you market to that list effectively, I think it was Dan Kennedy that said you make $1 per subscriber per month.
And this is actually, strangely enough, that seems to be pretty average over every industry. It does seem to work that way. I don't know how,
is it?
Yeah. So let me just run that by myself, really, to recap. So you've got a lot of sites out there. They are built with a system that means hands-off.
Yes.
You've got outsourcers, mainly in the Philippines, who run that system, all in the Philippines, who run the system for you.
Yep.
So they literally go through step 1 to 16, and they put up sites, They find the right niche or keywords.
Yes.
And you also put monetization elements on those sites to make some quick money front end.
That's it.
That pays for the outsourcers and everything related.
That's it.
But the main thing is, and this is what we've been teaching all along, you are building a list.
That's it.
In specific niche markets.
Yeah. And it's to say, it's completely hands-free. So literally right now, we spent the day talking, and my guys, on average, probably on a day, will spend, I'm trying to think, about 10 or 15 sites in a day on average, sometimes more depending on what sites they are. But I've had no involvement whatsoever. I've got the system now that literally they find the keywords, they do the registration of domains, they set up the hosting, they put the site up, they do the content, they do the follow-up, they do the link, everything. But it's all in one place. And they're saying the big thing is that literally my mother can do it. It's the big thing that I talk about. My mum, bless her soul, is like 62. All she knows how to do is go online and buy things.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She doesn't know Frank Kern. She doesn't know all the internet marketing stuff. She's never seen or been to a seminar or anything like that. But she makes money using this system because it's literally designed that in my business it was set up to designed so outsourcers who can't necessarily, English is not their first language and don't know internet stuff can follow it. So that means that whether you've been online for a long time or whether you've been online for a few weeks or months, anybody can use this system and get the same result, which ultimately is free traffic by appearing high in the Google search engines and Yahoo and all the other ones as well.
Cool. Now, I want to do an installment, number 2 of this little interview series, because I want to, in the next installment, ask Mark exactly how do we get in the top of Google. And I also want to tell you about one of my biggest regrets.